OMG. Okay, it's been so long since I've been on here, so please bear with me. Um, Let me see. I look like hell, so I'm trying to put the appropriate filter that makes me look less shitty. Alright, dream. I feel like a dream come true. Alright, okay. Um, it's been so long since I've been on here, and I apologize for not making a video sooner. As most of it's been 6 months since I lost Jasmine, and it's still hard, but I'm getting better, dealing with it. But it's not what I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about mental health. Well, I keep getting distracted by the TV, so I apologize if I keep looking away from the camera. I guess my brain is trying to multitask. Anyways, thank you. I'm gonna smoke a joint as we talk, so bear with me. So this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and for those who have been following my story, and for the past few years, well, stories. Oh God, there's so many of them. All right, focus, Melina, focus. Fucking ADHD. Anyways, last summer I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and it's difficult in a sense that because I know how it developed, it's painful because um, basically when in regards to borderline patients, people with borderline personality disorder, um, the part of your brain that regulates emotion, normally is, and it is underdeveloped due to experiencing for the most part it's caused by experiencing trauma early on before that part of the brain could fully form. With that being said, I'm physiologically at a disadvantage than other people, but it doesn't mean that nothing can be done about it. So that's why I'm on here talking, because borderline, it's unfortunate, an unfortunate mental illness to have, but it's definitely treatable, and you know you can be okay with it. Where the messages go? What did happen to them? Oh, okay. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I'm not missing anybody what they're saying. So yeah, anyways, so dealing with the initial shock of being diagnosed and then losing Jasmine shortly after, needless to say, it's been a really fucked up year for me. However, I am hopeful because I'm more aware of my emotions now and what triggers me. So I'm able to check myself, before it becomes a problem. Or like I'm learning how to like quench the rage, I guess, how to say. Um, Rage is part of having sucks. Like when I get mad, I just know when borderline, our emotions are very black and white. We're either down here or we're up here. There's really no middle ground for us, and it really sucks because that's why we have such extreme emotions. Now, I am not using my diagnosis as an excuse. By all means, I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying that it all makes sense now why I am the way I am. But just knowing I can actually do something about it, like it's awesome. So the source of me having borderline, um, I can tell you where I think it all started. Um, which is why it's important to really make sure that you raise your kids right and do right by them because um, PTSD, yeah. Oh shit! You can get a medical marijuana recommendation. I brought up a list of doctors that do that and the boroughs. So I did save the link, so I can let's just see it. Where the I don't like how live is on YouTube. But yeah, Carlos. Basically, BPD is a form of post traumatic stress disorder, so not far off. But yeah, with borderline, the part of your brain that regulates emotion like a normal fucking person, the amygdala. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not a scientist or a doctor, so please don't hold it against me. However, like I was saying, um, like this not the end of the world. So, but you have to be mindful how you raise your kids and what happens to them because if I had a parent that I don't know was semi decent, I wouldn't be here. I don't think. Um, but I wanted to share something with you guys. When I was a baby when this happened. It didn't happen to me, but it fucked me up. Um, my dad, me and my older sister have different dads. Actually, for the most part, we all do. So let me just lay that foundation for you. So when my mom got with my dad and I was a baby, my dad, get in here, lady. Come lay down. Sorry, I'm talking to the door. Come here. On the cage? Yeah, fuck it. On the cage. All right. So my dad had it in his fucked up mind that my mom was still cheating. I was cheating on him with my sister's dad, which is not like hard not to believe because it's the way my mom is. So let's throw it out there. So long story short, my dad was watching us and he was boiling hot water and placed my sister's hand in it. She was a toddler. I was a baby. Now, even though I don't remember exactly seeing what happened, it traumatized me and it fucked me up. That's where it all started. For the longest time, I could not figure out why I was so uncomfortable around men. And I knew I wasn't molested or anything. I knew nothing like that happened to me. So I was like, why am I like this? I was young, I was little. The only man I could actually be around without freaking out was my stepdad. Even to this day, my stepdad is like the best person in my life. Like, him and my mom divorced 15 years ago. I'm about to be 30, and this man is still raising me. So, big ups to Pops right there. So, yeah, anyways, fast forward though. My mom's a crazy psycho bitch. And I really hope in this video because she needs to understand that what she, like, because my mom justifies what she did to me. And it's like, how? But, anyways, moving on. My mom was very abusive mentally and physically. Like my earliest memories shouldn't be me being beat out of my sleep. Like who justifies beating a 4-year-old out of their sleep? My mom. Yeah, that too. So, she's just a horrible person. And I try to give her a chance to, be a good mom or a decent mom, but she never takes that chance. Like she can never take the high road. Even after my daughter passed, her idea of being there for me was just telling me I'm a shitty mom and that that Matthew didn't love me. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, my son actually tells me he loves me. He hugs me. I don't beat him. I don't spank him. I raise him the opposite of how my mom raised me. So it's very unfortunate when parents use the excuse or people use the excuse, oh, that's how they was raised, so that's how they're raising their kids. You know what? I was raised and beat out of my sleep and all kinds of fucked up things. But did I ever do that to my son? No, because I fucking knew better. I broke the fucking cycle. So what's stopping people from doing better? There's really nothing stopping you from doing better. You know what I mean? Like some people are just shitty people. It's not a product of their environment. It's just who they are as people. I'm sorry. I'll be honest. I had my shitty moments, especially when I wasn't when I wasn't diagnosed. But now that I am diagnosed and I do know about it. So it's like, all right, I can do something about it versus using it as an excuse to be a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else way to put it, but there's no excuse for not trying to be a better person. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you go through, the world don't give a fuck what you got and what you're dealing with. Like, come on, like the world don't owe you shit at the end of the day. You gotta do what you gotta do for you and do it in the right way. Like, I know there's a lot of gray areas in life, and sometimes it's hard for me to see that the way my but there are there's a right way and wrong way to do things. Like, you know, like I think we can all agree that you don't beat a baby with a belt, right? All right, that's definitely a black and white, decision. Like, you just don't do it. It's just wrong. There's no gray area for beating a baby or infant or even a toddler. Like, toddler doesn't understand why they're being beaten. Like, I don't want to say which sister, but I don't like the way she treats uh, her child. I'm not even gonna say who because I don't want to start no problems, but I wouldn't do that with my son because I don't want to fuck him up. Like, I don't want him to like think that violence is the answer for everything. Like, I think that's stupid. I feel like if you got to drop kick your kid to get your point across, you shouldn't be a parent. Now, I'm not saying that I've never spanked Matthew. He got a quick tap on it back in the day. I'll be honest, but it never went beyond that. And even now, like, I don't have to resort to spanking him. I can talk to him. We hash it out verbally. Like, he's not disrespectful or anything. I don't that's not what I mean when I say hash it out. But I mean, like, I can talk and reason with him and punish him in ways that don't involve physically assaulting him. You know, like, break the cycle. Oh, you was beat and you cannot find. That's not everybody's case. And at the end of the day, you have to raise your kids to a certain level of decency because the rest of the world has to deal with them when you don't, and that's not fair. So, um, lady, you all up in the camera. Y'all see my dog? Like, if you gotta physically assault a child that can't win, like, what kind of person are you? You deserve all kinds of ass whoopings from, like, oh my god, one time this lady shoved her daughter on the floor with some dumb shit. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then I snapped at her, like, you don't fucking do that. I was ready to fight this lady over her daughter. Like, I know I need to calm down my rage in that area because, like, it's not my business. But when it comes to children, I cannot hold my tongue. Certain things you just don't, you know. Come on, you're in my way. You want to get out of the camera with your beautiful face. Esa carita bonita. Tú tienes una carita bonita. You're annoying though. Yeah, her name is Lady. She's very. I had gotten her right after Jasmine passed away. Because getting out of bed, even now it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to get out of bed, but now I have a reason to. Besides having to get Matt from school and taking him to school because he's 9. He's almost like he's basically self-sufficient. So I'm not gonna lie, like if I didn't have to get up, I didn't get up. But I'm working on that. I wanted to also talk about something else. So after 1,000,001 phone calls and finally switching my insurance, like I finally found a therapist that can actually help me out because having borderline, we could take meds to regulate our moods and with our depression and anxiety and crap and mood swings. However, medicine is just a band-aid. It doesn't address the actual issues. So when I was seeing a psychiatrist, they kept wanting to put me on meds. And honestly, I didn't like how I was feeling. Like, it helped, but at what cost? Going to sleep and not able to function at all because I'm too drugged to do anything. Honestly, weed is more effective. So I got tired of going to that bitch. I'm like, you guys just want to drug me instead of actually helping me, and that's not cool. Like, I'm dealing with real shit. My daughter passed. I needed somebody to talk to. So I quit going, and I've been off meds for some months now. But I've honestly been able to say that for the most part, I am handling my emotions better without the help of medicine and a therapist. I just met my new therapist yesterday. So I'm really hopeful, because of the treatment that's available and the type of therapy for borderline, I won't actually need medicine. Like I could learn different skills to help me deal with shit instead of relying on medicine all the time. So I'm really excited for that because let's be real, medicine sucks. So, oh my God, I'm so glad I found this lady. Like yesterday, she was like, look, we're just gonna talk, we're just gonna feel each other out. Want to make sure that if you come to me, that you're comfortable with me because you're gonna be dealing with some heavy stuff and you can't just talk about this stuff with anybody. And I'm like, oh my God, bitch, you understand me. I already like you. So that was the number one that caught my eye. Come here, where you going? You staying in here. Sit down. So anyways, so she does grief counseling. She does DBT therapy, CBT therapy, which those two therapies are good for people with borderline. She does I already said grief. And she works with HIV positive patients. She hit the fucking trifecta. I was like, say what? So I'm so excited that I get to go see this lady. My first actual session is on Thursday, and I'm just looking so forward to like healing, and getting my fucking life back. Like I have no idea how happy I am. I'm sorry this is a long ass video, but there's a lot I need to get off my chest since I've been on here the last time. Enough about myself because I feel like that was a long ass tangent about me. So talk to me, you guys. How's everybody else holding up? Like, how's life? Like I genuinely want to know. That's cool, Andy. And there's no shame in getting help. I wish people would understand that, there's like getting help is like the best thing you can do. Like so many people refuse it because of stigma associated with certain issues, especially with borderline, because the name is horrible. But like I like to call it unstable bitch syndrome. But anyways, never feel bad about helping yourself and taking care of you. So, I wish mental health more, especially in communities of color. Um, I can speak with a Black experience only, but I grew up around a lot of Hispanic people, and the sentiment is almost the same. That it's because of Christianity and all that bull, you know, they don't believe in that stuff. They think it's a demon or something that can be prayed away, and it's not that fucking simple. You can't pray away something that's physically there. Like, I'm sorry, like that's physically part of you. Like it's like praying that you wake up female one day if you're a guy. It doesn't work that way. And that's what fucks me up when it comes to like religious nutcases. Like you can't just read the Bible and it goes away. It just doesn't work that way. Like certain mental issues are caused by chemical imbalances, and like I said, in my case, the amygdala, if I'm pronouncing that right, not being fully formed. I'm supposed to just pray that that part of my brain grows to the normal size. It doesn't work that way. So, with that being said, I want people to understand that mental health is just as important as your physical health. Because my mental health, when it's bad and it's really bad, it transcends into the physical. And that's not fun. Um, I remember I was on my way to my primary doctor appointment, and my day already started off fucked up because I had a nightmare about Jasmine. I had a dream that I watched her pass away all over again. Because when she passed, I was there. I watched them try to revive her and everything. So, needless to say, it's a little traumatizing for me. So, I had a dream about it. Mm. And I had a dream about her watching it happen all over again. So needless to say, it fucked up my day. Um, so um, you know, I live in the Bronx. I don't drive. I take the bus to the subway. So I was taking the bus to my doctor appointment, and I saw a little girl that was about her age, and I broke down, and I just couldn't stop. And then it resulted in me having panic attacks back to back to back, and it was just so bad that my back was on fire. Like, hold on, I'm just trying to release tears. Um, I have issues with my back, and for the most part, I'm okay. But when I do have multiple panic attacks because I have nerve damage in my back, the panic attacks flare up my back. I guess that's how you're gonna call it. My back flares up and it starts feeling like it's on fire, and it fucking sucks. So needless to say, when people just say mental health is just on your head, it's not just on your head. It can make you sick. You would physically throw up. It stops you from eating. It stops you from physically doing anything that normal people can do. And it sucks. Um, if it wasn't for weed, truth be told, I wouldn't leave the house at all, probably. Because there are times where I cannot, where I'm so anxious, I can't even go next door to Seatown. Like, the supermarket is literally next door. It is attached to my apartment building. But yet, I find it hard to go to Seatown sometimes. Maybe not lately because I've been doing better. But, it's one of those things that even though it's simple, I've struggled with it so bad that people don't understand. Like, oh, you're just being lazy or what. I really wish that was the case. I really wish. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm still in New York. Um, at this fucking stadium. Ugh. I hate Yankee. I hate baseball season. That's why I take my vape pen with me. That day was the last day I had multiple panic. The last time I had multiple panic attacks like that, and that was the day I didn't have my vape pen. And if I had my fucking vape pen, I would have been alright. You know what I mean? It wasn't a long bus ride. I could have gotten off the bus, vaped on the way from the bus stop to my clinic, which is about a 5-minute walk, and I would have been okay. But I wasn't prepared that day. I ran out the house thinking I was gonna be fine. I don't know why I thought that. But moral of the story: don't leave without your vape pen. Oh my god. Um, I vape the THC and CBD. I've learned how to make my own THC cartridges, but so it's awesome. Um, Big shout out to my dad. Not the bio one. I haven't seen him in God knows how long. Um, but my stepdad for hooking me up with the magical butter machine. Oh my god! Like, I'm excited because like he changed my life with this machine. Like Andy, I think you know what I'm talking about. This shit is amazing. Um, my brownies are just so much better now. I mean, they were good before, but now I don't have to do as much work. So it's like, Okay, well, basically, the magical butter machine basically just stops you from having to, como se dice, grind up the butter because it grinds it for you and does the temperature and stirs it. You don't have to do none of that. You just do all that, put it in the machines, press some buttons, and you're good to go. With that being said, um, that should change my life. I'm making a new batch of oil tomorrow. I'm so fucking excited. I mean, that last part ain't necessary, but I appreciate it, Andy. You're so sweet. I know, like, I'll be the first to admit, that before I was undiagnosed, I know I said a lot of fucked up things. I did a lot of fucked up things. Not at the capacity to go to jail or anything like that. But like the point is that I did hurt people. And even though I didn't know I had borderline, it's still no excuse. And I know I can't like undo what happened, things that were said, things that were done. But what I can do is make sure that I better myself, you know? I have pushed people away. And, with borderline, another thing, we deal with abandonment issues because oftentimes we were abandoned by people who meant the most to us, i.e., my mom. So we tend to push people away before they could do it to us because we've been hurt like that. And I'm learning how to deal with that. I'm learning how to not read into situations where, it's not that deep. Like I'm really learning, how to assess things from a logical standpoint and not from an emotional state. It's hard though. I'll be honest. Like I'll give you an example. Okay. Flying. I fucking hate it. Just ruins my fucking life. It ruins my whole entire day. Even if it's only for an hour, it ruins everything. With that being said, um, I know that in my head, I know that me flying is statistically safer than taking a fucking subway. And I take that shit almost every day, right? I know this. In my brain, I know that I am safe. But that other part of my brain is like, fuck this, be scared, you will die. Like the worst fucking thoughts. And that part of my brain takes over the logic. And that's what fucking sucks about having borderline. Because that part of our brain that emotion regulates emotions is so wired so differently that it's logic, unfortunately. So yeah, that's just one of the examples. But yeah, like I said, I'm learning how to go with my logic versus my emotions. It's a struggle, but getting there. This is some good weed. Yo, I left my weed chocolates at my friend's house. I got these emoji candy molds, so they look like different emojis and shit that you have on your iPhone. Well, the smiley face ones, not the other shits. Oh, I just ate weed. Urgh. I hate that. Anyways, and not much else to talk about. I just wanted to share that little snippet with you guys. Hopes that if you are struggling with mental illness or you think you might have something deeper than say depression, anxiety, because I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and PTSD, but I felt like something was missing. And then my daughter's father pointed it out that it might be borderline. So I was already seeing a psychiatrist anyway. So I brought it up. I got officially diagnosed, and here we are. And it makes sense. And I'm glad that I got officially diagnosed because, I know what I'm dealing with, and I can deal with it appropriately. It's never too old to learn from your mistakes. It's never too late to change your life and want better. Like, people keep telling me that being that I just lost Jasmine, it's okay for me to feel the way I'm feeling and that everything, like me being depressed and shit, like it's normal. And I understand that. But here's the thing. I'm still a mom. I'm still Matt's mom. And he still needs me to be as close to 100% as possible. He needs me at my best because he is still a child. And regardless of what I go through, I still have to love and protect him. And for him to see him worried about me is so fucking heartbreaking, and it makes me feel bad because I'm like, he shouldn't be dealing with this. He shouldn't be worried about his mom. He should just be worried about school right now and walking the dog and playing, like normal kids should. He's only 9. So it makes me feel bad, that he has to watch me suffer. And I don't want to suffer no more. I don't want to put that on him. And I hide in my room a lot because of that. Like, I don't want to see him. I don't want him to see me like this. But then I'm like, fuck, I'm neglecting him. Like, I'm isolating myself. So I don't know what to do. That's why I'm like, you know what? I had to do something because I don't want him to think I don't love him or that I love his sister more because I'm crying so much over her. That's not the case. I'm just sad because, you know, Like, that was a part of me. That was my baby. Lady, come here. Where you going? What are you doing? You always get into trouble. I don't trust you out there. So people have tried to be like, oh, we all go through stuff, yada yada yada. But honestly, if you've never lost a child, you do not know the pain the way I do, or anybody that has gone down this road. You just don't. I've been through some shit before, some horrific things. And if I talked about it, this video would be way fucking longer, probably double the time, just talking about that shit. So I mean, I'm not discounting people's experience and their pain. Move, come on, knock down my camera. I'm not discounting what nobody's going through when I say this. I'm just saying that there's levels to certain things, and the worst part of it all is losing a child that you fell in love with before it was born, just to watch her die. Like, that is horrific. And then I have to dream about it on top of that. Like, y'all have no idea how traumatizing and how it's just fucked up. But regardless, I'm trying to pull my head out of this funk, and I'm getting there. I was a little worse, a couple of weeks ago, so I'm getting there. No, not a couple of weeks ago. Like, I would say a couple of months. Like, I haven't had any major arguments with anybody, So that's good, I guess. It's a lot of progress. Like, I've kept my tongue in situations where I would have exploded, and I can honestly say that I am a better person. Not where I want to be. Fuck no. But I will be. So. I'm trying to hurry up and do therapy and graduate therapy so that when I do start working full time, I can do it with a healthy mental state and not feel too much pressure or anything like that, because it's been a while. So my goal is to start working full time, hopefully save enough money so that Jasmine can have her headstone by her birthday. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but she was buried on her birthday. Oh my God. It's like a horrible way to celebrate her birthday. Still fucks me up, that we had to bury her on her birthday. We should have been celebrating, but it's dead. We were putting her in the ground. And that fucking hurts. Even worse, I think, because it was on her birthday. The day that I gave birth to her was the day that I had to put her in the ground. Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to recover from that one. It is so hard, but hopefully that one day I could look back on that memory and smile and say, hey, I did the best that I could. And right now I'm still struggling with the guilt that I didn't do the best that I could. Like, I see other babies with her condition, same exact issues, but there were doctors willing to help those babies, and they're okay, they're alive, they're healthy, considering the circumstances, they're healthy relatively. And I feel horrible because I feel like I didn't fight hard enough for her, even though I made a tough decision that prolonged her life. I feel like I didn't fight hard enough for her, and I feel horrible. And I should have asked more questions. I miss that little girl so much. I feel like if I fought harder for Jasmine, that she might be alive now, and I have to live with that every day of my life, not knowing. I don't know how idea how fucked up this is. Like everybody keeps telling me there was nothing like I did like that because of her diagnosis, like it was so hard to figure out what was best. But I felt horrible that I didn't fight harder. Like I should have fought harder. She's gone, and I can't do anything about that. I can't undo what happened. I wish I could. I wish I could rewind back to when she was first born, when she was actually breathing. She was kind of breathing on her own. Like they had her on the oxygen machine, but it was the level of oxygen was that they had her on was the level of oxygen that's normally in our atmosphere, the air that we breathe. So I'm like, okay, she's okay, and she was okay. And I feel like, shit, if I had just gone against what the doctor said and asked for them to do open heart surgery before everything became a problem, she would be okay. She had open heart surgery in the first couple of months of her life, she would be alive. And I just wish I knew better. And I wish I fought harder. I wish I didn't stop. But I guess because she was doing okay from the heart procedure that they did give her. It wasn't open heart surgery, but it was a procedure that did help her a lot. And I didn't go beyond that because I thought she would be okay. Like she was okay, but I was fucking naive and I can't take that back. And it fucking sucks. By all means, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. That's not my MO. I just want people to understand that, mental illness, it fucking sucks, but you get through it and there is light at the end of the tunnel. When it comes to Jasmine, I'm not sure if I'll see that light anytime soon. But I know what the other stuff I'm dealing with. Like, I know I'm gonna be alright, So I just smile at the end of the day because I know that me having borderline doesn't make me who I am. That I can actively work to make sure that it doesn't control my life. So with that being said, I'm gonna add this and then I'm gonna sign off. If you're aware of your mental health issues and you're using that as an excuse to be a shitty person or not do anything about it, like go to hell. Straight up. There's no reason there's no reason not to do anything about something. Like, okay, like certain situations I understand. Like you have diabetes, you obviously need insulin. You can't just research it and be okay. You got to actually do something about it proactively. But when it comes to mental health and stuff like that, there are resources out there. Like even if you don't have access to the doctor for insurance reasons, whatever, you can't afford it. If you can get on social media, you can pull up resources and information about your mental health. Straight up. So, no excuses. Borderline explains why I am the way I am, but it doesn't excuse my behavior. And that's what people need to realize, that your issues don't excuse who you are. Like you have to work on that. I'm gonna go because I'm hungry. So I will talk to you guys later, and definitely when you guys see me next time, this mess right here, like this hot mess of a hair. Like it's not gonna look like this. I'm about to be fabulous. Like I don't know if I'm gonna do a video when I go blonde or before then, but I'm gonna look good, fabulous regardless. Um, um, but you guess you can email me or message me on here. I think I put my Instagram, so there's that option. Um, so my birthday is coming up next month. I'm looking forward to that. So, um, okay. Oh shit, cool. But can't breathe. Like I think you said you live in Queens. I be in Long Island sometimes. You know, my family, we all live in from Long Island, so sometimes I go. Got nieces and cousins and my sister lives out there. So oh, trust me, I know Andy. I believe it, so I'm good. I'm all good. All right, I'm out of. I'm over here. I'm gonna finish choking in the privacy of home. So I'll see you later. Feel free to message me if you would like. Um, I'm always willing to answer questions when I have the time, which is pretty much most of the time. Unless I'm baking, because I've been making edibles a lot. That shit is fun and therapeutic. Oh my god, I love baking. Y'all should try it. Like I'm gonna make some peanut butter cups with weed. I'm gonna try that. So I already started making the chocolates. How hard is it to? It has a peanut butter, you know. So as soon as I make those taste tasty, I will mention them. You want to try it? All right, I'm going. I'm sorry. So that's so many times. I'm out. So see y'all next time.